Hello, everybody. Um, I've been wanting to do my YouTube for my children, and thank God, you know, here I am, trying to get everything together. Drinking my nutrition drink, eating this parmesan my daughter Cynthia made for me yesterday, which is a blessing. Well, and yeah, so I wanted to drink a nice tea from my friend Rosie sent me from Mexico. So, uh, Cynthia, Christian, and Caroline. Uh, so yeah, about me. My mom's name is Cecilia Peña Rojas. She's married to my dad. She's from Arequipa. Amazing mom. And she rest in peace. My dad is Teofilo Peña Vasquez. He's from Cusco, from Machu Picchu area. Bless dad. Army raised. So my mom lived in Arequipa with her mom, but when she turned 14, 15, she went to the city of Lima. And she went to Lima because she needed to work and help her mom with her two younger sisters. Her mom was a single mom, and so she decided to go with an uncle and an aunt. So she went to Lima, and she stayed with her aunt and an uncle. And yeah, so she stayed with them, and she she loved it. But from what I know, she was abused physically, sexually, and emotionally. But she helped, and she worked at a restaurant. My dad grew up in Cusco, so as a young boy, I think 14, he went to Lima with his sister to work because his father died when he was 8. My mom's dad died when she was young too. I think 7 years old or 8, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why she ended up calling me. My dad too. His dad died when he was 8 years old, which was hard. And so he went because my grandma, his mom, single mom. It wasn't easy, so she went to the city. He went to the city to work, and he joined the army. And in the army in Peru he learned a lot of strict stuff there. And, in the army he learned so much. So he used to go to this restaurant to eat. And in the restaurant, he, he, in the restaurant where my mom worked, so he met my mom there. My mom told me that he kept talking to her, saying hi. And she told me that a lot of guys would try to, say hi to her and want to meet her. So she gave my dad a chance. And they went dating and they got together. And then she became pregnant with my older brother Edgar. They got married and all that. And they lived together. And then here I came, I was born. After my brother Eddie was born, 1967, the following year, my mom became pregnant again, and it was me, October 17, 1968. And, when my mom was pregnant in Peru, they lived a hard life in Lima. It was hard, things were very hard. So she didn't eat that good. The past is the past. My dad was an alcoholic, aggressive, He wasn't educated by his dad, so everything was aggressive then. Right, so I think all his frustration or sometimes when things didn't go right, took it on my mom. And back home, you're allowed to hit your mom. You hit your wife. I mean, not allowed, but people used to hit the wife. Even to this day, they still do it, but not as much as before. So anyways, my mom didn't eat much when she was pregnant with me, and then I was born very sick. And my mom told me that when I was born, I almost died. That's why she named me Milagros. Milagros means miracle because a miracle I'm still alive. Uh, so October 17, 1968, she was in the hospital. I was born very sick with balls in my head, needles all over me. My dad had to give me a blood transfusion because I was born very, very sick. Yeah, I was I was about to die. Thanks to my dad, even an uncle had to give me blood. He gave me blood so I could live. And so much needles I heard. My aunt, my dad's sister, my aunt told me when she used to come to the hospital, she said she used to see me so much needles. I even have a scar here from all the needles, and a scar on my leg. So much needles for me to survive. I think blood transfusion, they had to do a lot of bumps. I even have like a dent here in my head from the scars of when I was born with bumps, you know. I was born very, 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 very bony. But my dad saved my life and my uncle. So